Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're having a good morning. Well, I have a jacket on because it's cold out here. It's fifty, around 55 degrees outside. A little too cool and crisp for me, Luna. You've got a good coat. I don't have as good a coat as you do. Yes, you have an excellent coat. Covers you from head to toe. But anyways, I'm gonna have some warm coffee, nice and warm. Get my day started, and then we'll talk a little bit, see what we can learn. Let me get a little sip in here and I'll get Lunar ball. Oh, where'd your ball go, Luna? Oh, there it is. Okay. Luna is excited because I have a coat on. She thinks that maybe I'll take her out for a W, which is a WALK. Problem is, I don't want to yet. Oh, crap. Luna, it went underneath. Come here, get it. Um, don't want to yet because we're still in hunting season, and this is probably a good day to for the hunters to be out. And if I take her out on a walk and she hears a gunshot, then she will immediately pull me all the way back home. She does not like being out when there's gunshots. We got a couple more weekends before the hunting goes away. Most of the birds have gone though. It's a the they have gone to uh, south, so the hunting should be much less now. Definitely not the best time to do it. And I'm sorry, Luna's, Luna's trying her best to get the ball to me. She's having a little rough time this morning. Anyway, so uh, we talked about educational systems last time, and then we want to talk about getting yourself into a home today. Oh, excuse me. Oh, my wife and I were watching a show. I'm not even going to tell you the show name because I don't want to disparage it too much. Uh, but it was a European show, and the people in it were normal European people. When I say normal, and I mean it wasn't like the royals from Britain or some big tycoons from Greece or something like that. They're more just your average run-of-the-mill folks. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of gunshots. Yep. Good thing I didn't take Luna out. Wow. She would be freaking out. That's probably why she's not even out here. She's in the house. So the more I watch shows from Europe, uh, I know Europeans are pretty happy. At least that's what those numbers say. They say that everything's going good there. But I'm pretty happy here too. Now, let's talk a little bit about housing. I have a house. This is my yard. Um, Most people in the United States have a house and have a yard. Not everybody. A lot of, there's quite a few people that are in apartments, but most people have a house and a yard. That's not true of most. industrial nations nowadays. There's a lot of people that live in apartments. Not a big fan of apartments. There's a lot to being said about having a little gap in between yourself and the next person where they live. I also have uh, solar panels and a lot of other things in my on my house. Uh, I'm not 100% off the grid, but I could be very easily. Um, I'd have to just cut back a little bit on my usage, and I could be 100% off the grid, except for when it's extremely hot. Then I'm I need air conditioning and about 60 to 70% off the grid when I have to run the AC all the time. But I could be 100% off the grid even with that if I got another battery. I have a small battery, something just to make it through the night during most of the year. But in the heat of the summer, I'd need one more battery, and then I could last through the night and be pretty much off the grid. Why am I saying all this? Because housing has become a big problem, and I think it's in the U.S. we earmark it to the expensiveness of homes. I don't think it stops. I don't think it's just that. The reason why I brought the show up from Europe, I think watching these guys, and there were people that were, I mean, they weren't rich, but they were professionals and doing well, and they were living in small areas, tight, and I think we have a little bit of a problem just in general. Let's let's talk about this for a minute. Let's talk about money, but let's also talk about what's the right amount of space. You go to a lot of big cities. New York's notorious for it. There's people that live in uh, little spaces that are 700 square feet, uh, less than that. Some other areas like San Francisco and some of the other areas in California, same thing. Now, those are in the big urban areas like New York and San Francisco. And let's call them what they call outliers. Yeah, the term outliers usually means something that's so far away from the standard of what humans exist that it shouldn't be really focused on. It's more of something you put onto a clickbait. This is what a uh, look at this, what this person has to do to live in New York City. Eh, let's talk about people that live in New York, not New York City. Let's talk about people in different areas. So I'm not a real estate expert, but there are times in my life that I have looked into uh, whether or not investing in real estate would be good wise. I don't make a lot of money, so I don't have, but I have some money that's right for retirement and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't know, where should I put stocks, bonds, real estate? I'm not a financial investor. Do not take my advice. But when I looked into the housing information, there was a lot of uh, fairly inexpensive houses that you could buy and then rent. When I say inexpensive, I mean uh, somewhere between 30 to $50,000 homes. When I call them homes, I'm talking 1,100 to 1,300 square feet, but they have a kitchen, a couple of bedrooms, bathroom, a yard. Those things, well, that's adequate. It's actually quite roomy, I think, for a lot of uh, developed countries. But that's in the US, that's considered adequate. That's just enough to not to have the parents have their own room and the kids have their own room and have a little bit of breathing space. Funny, isn't it? What's defined as adequate in the US versus most places in Europe, most places in Asia, they're going to be different. So I'm saying all this because it's really hard to put a number on how much housing is a problem monetarily. I think the biggest problem with housing, and the reason I say all that is let's talk more about how much money in our lives housing chews up. By that, what I mean is the percentage of your income that you have to put toward housing. Right now, I have a pretty good deal with my house. I am putting forward about a third, a third for my housing, real, I don't know if real estate taxes would be fair, but let's do that. Real estate taxes and um, insurance. So the property, housing, property taxes and the insurance on the home. You combine those three, I'm putting about a third of my money that I earn into the house. And see, that's why some people in a lot of these areas that have smaller houses and they're more compressed urban areas, they're like, yes, I have a third also, but it's a smaller house. However, they would say to me, how much do you spend on your car? Oh, my car, yeah. Because my car with insurance and gas and my car. Okay. Then like, well, I use public transportation because it's right there next to my house. So apartment or flat or whatever they call it. I can go downstairs, go to get on a subway and get to wherever I want. I can enjoy my day without having to have a car and spending all that money. So, see, it's not an easy number. But I wanted to close off this discussion with I don't think everybody's happy, though. We talked about how uh, college educations were becoming much more expensive, and housing feels like it's becoming more expensive. It feels like it. It feels like I'm being pushed. One of the things I really don't like right now with my city is they're on a mode of they don't want to have single family homes anymore because city services are less expensive if you compress the number of people into an area. I don't like that. I understand that. I understand what they're saying. I don't like the fact that homes are bad, apartments are good. Why? Well, because we can have more people, and so firemen, policemen, all that kind of stuff can be more centralized. And it's a smaller set than if you spread it out over those same number of people over homes. Yeah, but they're happier. Why can't we have happiness and screw your civil service stuff? Maybe you need to just be better at your civil service stuff. Maybe you better figure out how to make it cheaper, better, more effective. How about that? Nice thing is, we'll just move. We'll just go somewhere else. Such is life. I hope you're happy where you're living. I hope you're happy with your home. I hope it's beautiful. I hope you have a peaceful community and a bunch of love, family around you. And I hope you don't have gunshots nearby that scare your dog into the house. It'll go away soon. We're getting close to the end of this. Got this weekend and then two more, and then it'll be over. But I'm waiting. Middle of the day, they usually don't shoot very much, so I want to take Luna out on some nice walks. And it's, as you can tell, it's kind of getting cool, so don't have to worry about hot pavement or stuff for her. We'll go out and there's some nice parks nearby. I'll take her out, have her have a good day. You have a good day too. I'm sorry that I couldn't uh, profoundly say something about all the housing and stuff like that, but not everything's cookie cutter, right? But it does feel like we need to do something a little better with housing. Education, definitely, that's beyond a shadow of doubt. And housing feels like, as not as definitive as education, but housing feels like it's not quite right, and we need to get it a little bit better with it. And let's see, what was the last one? Because I was going to do three. Uh, housing, I think medical? I think of medical. Anyways, have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.